No? I hope you understood my question. I'm fine. All those who want to know, doing quite good. What did I ask you to do to improve your fluency? Answer me. Send a message in chat. About 2 sessions back. No? Yeah? What did I ask you to do? I'm giving you a clue. Thinking and speaking. Think and speak. So what would help you get fluency? If you think in English. Do you remember? Because we think in our mother tongue. Right. Here we are talking about English communication skill. Fluency in speaking English. How would that happen? Thinking is a very important step. Okay. So I had asked you during the day for half a minute, 1 minute, you just think in English. Make it a habit. Because thinking also, involves words. We just can't think, without having a language. Right. Do you remember now? Does anyone remember this part? When I asked you to think in English? Okay. Say yes. Raise your hand. If you remember this part, think in English. Okay. Jimmy does. Yeah. Jori, Ali, yes. Yes. Okay. So now, next 1 minute, let's do this activity. You all think about anything that you like, but think in English. Okay. Next 1 minute. And then maybe you can share what you were thinking about, what you thought. Right. So next 1 minute, think in English. Okay, Nilofer. I will send the attendance link. Please, I really actually don't have that link. Can you anyone share the attendance link? I think some people want to mark their presence and maybe leave. Thank you, Moazim. Yeah, Nilofer, we are doing this activity where you are supposed to think in English. Think about anything in the world. Just feel that you're sitting free and then you start thinking about your friends, food, family, world, girlfriend, boyfriend, anything. Right? And then you will share with me what you thought. Okay, if you got it, it's fine. Yeah. Anything, yes. I will see, Laban, how I can help you. Okay. Right. Are you done? Are you ready? It's more than a minute. Who would like to speak? Right. Okay. All of you are muted now. So please let me know. Whenever you want to speak, I will unmute you. Ura, we are speaking about anything that has come to your mind in the last 1 minute and you want to share that. I hope the task is clear. You think about something for 1 minute, not a topic, general things. Next week, I'm going to maybe some city and I'll do that. On yesterday, I met a guy, right? Anything. First think and then speak. No hands raised today. What happened? Feeling lazy after this yesterday's holiday and celebrations? I've shared something. If I were, if she were, if he were. Don't worry about that. That's for later. Later, I'm going to do something about those expressions. So don't worry. For now, you have to speak on what you thought during that 1 minute I allowed you. Hands raised. Raise hands if you are ready. Virat, Peter, Dhanushya, Vivian, Jimmy, Peter, Yaya, Ria. What happened? Okay. I see some hands going up. Yes. Nilofer, let me unmute you. Okay. Go ahead, Nilofer.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing, ma'am?
Speak louder.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
I can, yes.
So, okay. Can you hear me, ma'am, now? Is it better now?
Yeah, I can hear you, though there is this thing. Anyway, you try. I can hear you.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, of course. Nilofer, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, is it better now? Okay.
Yeah.
And shall I start? Okay, ma'am, I just want to talk about the culture or culture. I mean culture. Is it a good topic for discuss? Okay, and and I want to share some examples that's not real. I just want to talk. It's okay, ma'am. Okay, first of all, I want to have a definition for custom. Custom is the
Nilofer, there is some problem with your audio. Either you are speaking that
way that people behavior from
Nilofer, no, it's not
and
working
we all
out.
know every country has own culture and custom. And as we all know, every country has a different culture. They're having their food to show that their respect to them. And also in Japan, when Mom, I think it's issue. Hello, Mom.
Right. Hello. Peter, your turn. Okay, Peter, it's your turn.
Hello, Mom. Can you...
Nilofer, you are done. Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm
What
fine.
about me, Mom?
Nilofer, your audio is not good. Nobody can hear you.
Okay, so this is what I thought about. I thought about myself coming there to India, being taught by you, madam, and it was kind of amazing. And I thought a lot, about the life that people live in India, how they survive, and how they manage their cost of living. Yes, and I thought about you, of course, madam, as in how you reached this far, as in the papers that you have. If I thought they are master's degrees, yeah, whatever. So I thought about that, and I was like, wow, I wish I can be like her. It made me think a lot, actually, because I know if I was to come there to India, I can actually achieve my goals. I can reach my destination, because I believe in you, madam, as in the way you teach. It's kind of amazing. I'm always happy when you're teaching. Yes, that's what I thought.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Peter?
Yes.
Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Right. Okay. So, Afiz, I'm going to unmute you. It's your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello, ma. Good day,
Please.
ma. Good day, ma.
Yeah. Good day.
How are you, ma? And how was your night?
I'm fine. With God's grace, I'm good.
That's nice. Well, what I thought about doesn't really have to do with this current era. It has to do with the era of slave trade. Because I thought about slave trade in the sense that, like, I had to bring in some events that happened during the slave trade, and I analyzed it. And I still feel that shock and grief that this kind of thing actually happened to we Africans, and yet we still manage to survive daily, not even being traumatized really by what happened during the slave trade. What happened to our ancestors and our forefathers. There were times whereby I checked for pictures, and I also did my research. I saw the way they treated Black people then, and I was really surprised. Though I've been told several times that it will happen like this, it happened like this. But then I actually wanted to see by myself, to know how true and how credible this story that our elders tell us, how true it is. And when I saw it, I got to know a few things, like, for example, how Togo was originally dominated by, or was originally colonized by, the Dutch people before the French people took over the administration. I also saw that, and I was surprised to also see that the Portuguese were actually part of the first people to take slaves, or people from this country, or this continent, sorry, not my country alone, this continent. And to date, we still have indirect, or will I say direct racism that happens in several places abroad. For example, I can bring up the story of George Floyd, who was murdered by a police officer. And the flimsy excuse they gave for his death was that he restricted arrests, whereas the video was clear where he was yelling for his life, help, help, they're trying to kill me. That particular period, everyone was really pissed off that why would they do this to us? If it was actually a white person, it would be the other way around. And from there on, I got to, do my research, and I also watched a biography about a boy who was also murdered by police, whereby he was told to park his car. Then when he came out of his car, the police tried running a check on his license just for him to reach out to his hairbrush. The police shot him 3 times, thinking it was a gun, whereas it wasn't. You see, stories like this make me actually feel, if we are actually accepted for who we are in our society and also in other societies. So I just, tend to do my research more on that because of my race and my color. Please, I hope I didn't bore you. Just Sally Afis. Thank you for letting me speak, ma'am.
Okay, Afiz, I also share your sentiments. I
Yes,
know
ma'am.
George Floyd, Black Lives Matters.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
campaign was called, no, Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yes, ma'am.
yes, that's sad if that's happening, but I don't know what were the compulsions of the police, but the way they did was really bad, was
Yeah.
inhuman. The
Yes.
way, maybe he was in the wrong, okay,
Yes, ma'am.
but the way it was done was seriously, it was wrong. I was upset for a long time about that. When I saw that video, I could not sleep that night.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
That's how it
Yes.
traumatized everyone.
Yeah. Okay. So Laban, yes, it's your turn now. Yeah, you have been waiting patiently. Diksha, we are just thinking for 1 minute and then we are going to speak what we thought. That was really brilliant, Afiz. Yes, Peter. As Peter says. Laban, you are unmuted and you can start.
Yes, good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, so I was thinking about the dream that I had whilst I was young of wanting to study from India. So now I've been dating back some few weeks ago since I had some issues and I missed lessons. So now what is in my mind, I was just thinking about how I should catch up and make sure that I ace out the exam so that I can also be awarded a scholarship, go to India, study, then I can gain that degree, just like the way you are. I don't know if you have masters or I don't know if it's PhD, but I also want to become a professional whereby at least I should lay a foundation that I also studied from a country which is very, very beautiful and also which has got a culture that I'm in love with. A country that the songs, when I listen to them, they even give me a peace of mind. So that's what I thought about of coming that side, study, then also show others to say that even if you are black, you can still go and study from India and come back to plow back in your country. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Levan. Yes, I hope your dream come true. Yes. And yes, it's a nice country. And the good part is in India, there is a lot of focus on education. And good education is available. Very good institute, good faculty, good infrastructure. So it will give you tremendous exposure if you come to India for education. Okay. But Indians are very hardworking. We see the outer picture that so many Indians are employed in USA and Europe. Seriously, in NASA, 35% employees are Indian. You see the head of Google or Microsoft or, so many other companies, they are all Indians, right?
Wow.
But the main, yes, Satya Nadella, Sundar Pichai of Google, Satya Nadella of Microsoft. Then this Parag was the head of Twitter. Now Musk has removed him for personal reason, not because he was incompetent. Yes, but why? Let me tell you. Only thing that has taken them that far is hard work. And especially, in India, there are few communities who have traditionally been like, educationists and very hardworking. Some communities are good in they are good soldiers, right? Some communities are good farmers. And there are some communities who are good analysts, who are hardworking, intelligent, and the sheer hard work has taken them where they have reached. So I really wish all those who will would like to come to India to study, but then don't forget this hard work part, right? Few years hard work, and for the rest of your life, you will be singing. Okay. Yes.
Amen.
Yeah, that's nice. Huh? Yes. So that's why I take these sessions seriously. There's nothing you cannot achieve. Two things, like I read just yesterday, I read somewhere. Commitment and, focus, the perseverance, the ability to continue, that will take you. Okay. Yeah. So Diksha, you understood? You right in the beginning, I had asked you, I had given you one activity that start thinking in English for 1 minute, half a minute, 2 minutes. So today, what I gave them time to think for a minute, and they are all speaking on what they thought. If you are ready, we can start. Otherwise, I will start my other thing, because most of you have joined, all those who had to join. Okay, yeah. So let's again a little bit of grammar. As I remember, no, language has two main parts: vocabulary and grammar. Last session we worked on vocabulary, and that was not the end of it. We are going to continue, because there are many other things: phrases, idioms, one word substitution, synonyms, antonyms, proverbs. All those things come under vocabulary. So my next session, I'll again take up some vocabulary topics. Today, I want to introduce to you a bit of grammar. Remember, two part: vocabulary, grammar, vocabulary, grammar, grammar, vocabulary, grammar, English grammar. That is, yes. So, like other languages, in English grammar also, all the words of English have been divided into 8 parts. No, any word would fall in one of the parts. Okay, that's the beauty. And those are called parts of speech. Any idea what they are? Parts of speech? Okay, Margaret, I have no problem. I'll start my video. If you want to see my face. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Any idea what those parts of speech are? Yes. Yes, Nilofer, you have started. Right. Adjectives, adverb, pronouns, adjective, Liban. Right. Absolutely. Yes. Got it. Yeah. So now I'm sure all of you remember those are nouns. Conjunction. Yes. Amaji. That's true. That's right. Yes. It's conjunction, Nilofer, not conjunction. Conjunction. Okay. Right. Yes. Yeah. So we have nouns, names. Yes. Interjection. Correct. Correct. Conjunction. Now, so we have noun. Now, you'll be surprised. Nouns are names, right? Names of anything. Names of people, things, places, continents, rivers, oceans, mountains, anything. Is that clear? Yeah, naming words, and they are named. But did you ever think words like bravery, courage, innocence, love, okay, perseverance, discipline, they are also nouns? They are also names, right? Yes. Now, not only things, but which we can see, touch here, but also names of qualities, names of feelings, emotions, love, hatred, compassion, passion. Yes, those are also nouns. Just remember. So I quickly go over it. 5 types of nouns are there, right? Common noun, common names. Road, trees, dogs, cat, wall, buildings, common, books, films. These are common nouns. Proper nouns, specific names of people, places, things, like your own name, your city, a book, a river, specific names, right? Like River Nile. Nile is a proper noun. Mount Kilimanjaro, that's a proper noun. Mountain is a common noun. Kilimanjaro is, yes. Moon, sun, yes, of course. Names of planets, etc. But things which we cannot see, like you can't see love, you can't taste, you can't hear, you can't touch, you only feel. So what I'm talking about, feelings and emotions, and like you can't perceive courage with your eyes, right? You can perceive acts of courage, but you can't see courage. It's, yes, it's a quality, but that's also a noun. Yeah, absolutely right. Those are, yes, Delhi, Chandigarh, Mumbai are proper nouns, and courage, love, innocence are abstract noun. Abstract, which means not clear, right? Today I'll do only nouns, right? Or maybe pronouns. Yes. So remember, all these are also nouns, abstract. So common noun, proper noun, collective noun. When we give a collective name to a group of things, like a class of students, class, a committee of members, committee, a bunch of keys, bunch, a choir of singers, right? A choir, a band of musicians, band, a pride of lions. A group of lions is called a pride. A pack of dogs, a fleet of ships. Many ships together, these are called a fleet of ships. Fleet of ships. A community, a colony of ants. Colony ants together are called troop of monkeys. Colony of ants. Right. Group of dancers. What is that called? A group of dancers. Troop. Okay, that's also called a troop. T-R-O-U-P. Right. Okay. So 3 nouns: common, proper, collective, abstract. I just told you. Love, hatred, courage, innocence, diligence, perseverance, anger, anxiety, calmness, peace. All these are abstract nouns. Sorry. And material noun, that's not so important. Names of material like paper, glass, cotton, gold, silver, etc. Yes? Okay. So those are types of nouns. A bunch or bouquet, bouquet of flowers. Okay, a bouquet of flowers. A bunch of keys, a bunch of grapes. Laptop is a common noun. Laptop is a common noun, right? Now, what about the nouns? Remember, nouns have number. That is singular or plural. One singular, more than one plural. Right? Nouns can have gender. Can, okay? Not all. So when you talk about a lion, it's a female. It's a male one. When you talk about lioness, it's a female one, right? So we have masculine and feminine gender, and also neutral gender, like chair, table, wall. They don't have any gender, right? So nouns can have number, nouns can have gender. According to that, we will use the pronoun and verbs. If it is a singular noun, we will use a singular verb. If it is a plural noun, we'll use a plural verb. Yes, Nilofer. Okay. If it is a feminine noun, we will use a feminine pronoun. And if it is a masculine noun, we will use a masculine pronoun. If it is a neutral gender, then we will use a neutral gender pronoun. Coming to pronouns are words which we use in place of nouns. Like if Obama is a noun, he is a pronoun for Obama because Obama is a man, a male, right? Okay. If, yes, they are all pronouns, I, you, we, they, right? He, she, it is the pronoun for neutral gender. Okay. Right. So then when we frame a sentence, we have to keep in mind the number, the gender, right? And so nouns have numbers, nouns have genders, nouns have what you call quantity and quality. Number is for countable, okay? And for quantity, we have for uncountable nouns. So there are nouns which are countable. So we will use number for them. I bought 10 apples, right? Nouns which are not countable, uncountable, we will use quantity words for them. Like I bought 2 liters of milk because milk is not countable. I bought 2 kilos of rice. Rice is not countable, right? A container of water. I bought 2 kg of sugar. Yes, uncountable. So remember countable nouns and uncountable nouns. For uncountable nouns, we will have uncountable words or adjectives. For countable nouns, we will have countable adjectives like 1, a dozen, a century, right? Uncountable, some, little. Okay. Few is countable, little is uncountable. So we need to keep those things in mind. So noun and pronoun, right? Let me share few basic things. Okay. Okay, Diksha, I'll allow you a little later. Now let's be done with this. Okay, now in your chat box, you will find 2 its. One with an apostrophe, one without the apostrophe. What's the difference? Anyone? This is an important one. You may like to note it down. The difference between its and its. Yes, very good, Diksha. It's with apostrophe means it is. And it's without the apostrophe means belonging to something. Okay. Like I say, no, his name, her house. But if I want to talk about the house, the gate of the house, what will I say? I will say it's. Okay. Like if I want to say, okay, Rita lives here. This is her house.
Mesa.
its name is, now the name of the house, okay, or its color is white, belonging to someone, right? You understood? Okay. This is my chair, its color is brown. That means belonging. So this without the apostrophe is for belongingness, for inanimate, animated things, okay, non-living things. Like India is a large country. Its border is, its border, ITS, no apostrophe. Its border runs into thousands of kilometers, right? But when I say India is a great country, its capital is Delhi, that means belonging to. But when I say it's a large country, it's a large country, then it will be, it is apostrophe, right? Please make a note of it. Usually there is a question on this. Okay. There's always a question on this, it and its, right? Plurals and belongingness. I'll just write. Now I have taken a noun student. Student, single, okay, singular. Students, plural. Students, students with an apostrophe, belonging to one student, right? No, let me not discard the last one. There is a slight problem there in typing. Yeah, discard the last one in my chat. Okay, single student, plural students, one students, like this, our student's book has been found. Okay, but students and then apostrophe is the plural, belonging to many, like students union, many students union, boys hostel. It's not one boys hostel, right? It's many boys hostel, right? Okay, so we will write like this. One boy, like boys house or boys shed, but many boys is plural and then apostrophe. I hope this concept is clear to you. Right? Okay. So we'll proceed further. Okay, so that it's there in the chat. You can, yeah, okay, great. So remember it's and it's, okay, and boys and students, right? Yeah. So many times there are questions on these concepts. Okay. Now, any. Now there are describing words, adjective, and they can be used for both countable and uncountable nouns, like any. Is there anybody? Is there anyone in the class? Countable. Is there any water? Uncountable. There are some eggs in the fridge. Countable. Oh, there is some water. Uncountable. Right. Lot, again, can be used for both. Right. But few only countable, little only uncountable. Right. Now, somebody, someone will be singular. Okay. Some is plural. Okay. Some students are coming, but someone is coming. So remember, someone, somebody, anyone, anybody, all these are plural pronouns. Is that clear? Okay. All right. So let's do one exercise. Huh? Let me share my screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. How is the size? Is it correct? Font size, like you want me to zoom it?
It's in,
Okay now? Okay.
oh man, bad face. Look at him, bad face. Bad face, dude.
Okay. Right. Question number 1 to 10, please do.
Mom, I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing the screen.
How many of you are not able to see my screen? Okay.
Yes, I'm not seeing anything.
Oh, then somebody said person was. Now, can you?
Yes, the screen is visible now.
Okay. So you are supposed to do question number 1 to 10. Yes, Vivian, it should be boys hostel, not boys hostel. Okay, done. Right. Okay, I'll just say how much, many cups. Much is always for uncountable, many for countable. And of course, it is how many cups, because cups can be counted. But if it was just coffee, then it would be how much coffee do you drink every day? All right. You can't say, give me a coffee, give me a cup of coffee, right? Okay. Mary likes to eat. Of course, it is some chicken. Any is used for questions and negative. Would you like to eat? But in this case, it will be some, like, do you have any chicken at home? For questions, we use any. There are a lot of or much students. Students can be counted. So it's a lot of. You can keep checking your answer now and score. What's we don't drink juice, uncountable, much juice, much orange juice. Their cheese uncountable, singular noun. So what do you conclude? For uncountable nouns, we use singular verbs. Is, was, has, does are singular verbs. Okay, remember. So for uncountable nouns, we will always use Like there is some water. Is there any cheese? Was there any dessert? Okay. Was there any was there a lot of fun? Okay. So singular nouns are used for uncountable nouns. I have a few friends, countable. So we use few. I have a few friends, but they have a little knowledge about America, because knowledge is not countable. Okay. So I have a few friends in America, but they have a little knowledge about my country. 7 tomatoes, countable. Are there any tomatoes? 8 milk, not countable. How much milk do we need? 9, we like jelly, not countable. A little, not a few. I don't have any money for lunch. Some cannot be used because in negative sentences we use any, right? Okay. Okay. Can you still see? Yeah. Yeah, a little few is how much? Right. Okay. Number 2. Okay, let me see. Okay. 2. Mary likes to eat some chicken, not any chicken. But if it was negative, Mary does not like to eat any chicken for dinner. Okay. For negative, we will use this thing. Okay. So I'll here. I'll stop sharing. I'll come back to it. Now, there were like few. What is the difference between few and a few? Little, a little. Anyone idea? Any idea? When do we use few? When do we use a few? Similarly, little or a little? A little. Yes. Tell me if you have any idea. Yes, Vivian, you are quite close. Few means one, a few means some. Yes, a few means very few, not necessarily one. Like in a class of 60, if there are only 3 students, I would say, oh, there are few students. Few means as good as none. But if there are about 15, 16 students, I will say, oh, there are a few students. So you are right. A few means some, few means none. Like that you get. Right, right. Yes, Vivian. Few means none, a few means some. You took words from my mouth. And similarly, little and a little. Little means, okay, yes, I get it. No, typing error. Yeah. So similarly, little means very, very little, as good as nothing. Little means nothing, hardly. A little means some. Oh, there is little milk. That means as good as nothing. Maybe few drops. Oh, there is a little milk. That means some milk is there. Yes. So little means very less, very little. And a little means some. So remember these concepts as I'm telling you along the session. Okay, right. So that was nouns and pronouns. Here, one more. See, I'm giving you questions pertaining to your question paper, like not questions. I'm telling you some concept which pertain to your question paper pattern. Right. Now, one is also a pronoun. Okay. I'll write a sentence. How do we use it in a sentence? Someone, okay, like someone has left. Yes, little we can use with negative, a little we can use. Right. Okay, one thing now I want to clarify. Everyone must submit their projects by tomorrow. How? What would be the right word to use here? What pronoun should we use for everyone? No, my screen is off now. I'm not sharing screen. Right. Okay, Diksha says everyone must submit their projects. Earlier, this used to be correct, but the latest thing is that we use everyone must submit his or her project. There did not include, did not indicate any gender, but everyone can be a feminine or a masculine, right? So the latest is everyone must submit his or her project. Is that clear? Yeah. Okay. Someone, similar. And I told you, no, some is plural, someone is singular. Someone has left his, her, or their books in the class. Same rule, someone has left his or her books. But if it happens to be an item used by girls, then we can perhaps say her. Like if it's a bangle, although these days no difference, men, women all wear bangles and earrings and all the jewelry. So there is nothing typically feminine item, jewelry item left. Okay. Yeah, but earlier it used to be like only girls wore bangles and earrings. So if it is a lady's handbag, then we can say, oh, someone has left her handbag here. Or if it is typically a masculine, an item used by men, then we can perhaps say like, oh, someone has left his shoes, because girls and boys' shoes will be different. Men's and women's shoes are different. No project. I was just giving an example. Don't get worried. Right. So remember this. Everyone, his or her, someone, his or her. Now, one is also a pronoun. We could say there. Okay, so you have to see in the choice what you get. If there, his, her, mine is there, and there is no his or her. But in the choice, in options, if his or her is there, no, in the question paper, then you should tick his or her. That is the most correct these days. Right. Okay. Now one. One is also a pronoun, right? And how do we use it? Like, fill in the blank. I'm giving you a sentence. Okay, so there's a sentence. One must take care of dash health. Now, what pronoun should come here? His health, her health. No, Mohammed. That's not a correct sentence. I'm hanging out with. No screen. I have shared it in the chat. No. One must take care of dash health. His health, her health. Their health. Ria says their health. His or her. Diksha says his or her. Kono also says his or her. Okay. No, you'll be surprised. Always we repeat one. One must take care of one's health. Okay, and that's how we write. How we write? I just okay. This is how we write. One is always repeated. One must do one's duty. One should take care of one's health. One should apply one's mind, brain, right? Okay. No, that once is different. I'm coming to that. This way you will write. The way I've written, O-N-E apostrophe S, one's health. One must not neglect one's duties. One must perform one's duties, right? And there are two more ones, which I will just share. All right. So two more ones. O-N-E-S is the plural of one. Like all the yellow ones can come this side. Yellow one, like I've divided the group into, I've divided by colors. Okay, there's a yellow color and red color. So the yellow ones stand on the left, the red ones stand on the left, right. Understood? Ones is the plural. First ones is the plural of one. O-N-E-S. Right. Once means one time. Like once I was going to a hill station. Yes, correct, Vivian. You only allowed to get inside once. That number of times. Once, twice, thrice, right? 4 times, 5 times. So that's O-N-C-E. So we have O-N-E apostrophe S. We have O-N-E-S once. We have O-N-C-E once. Please be very clear about these. Okay. And one as a pronoun is always repeated. No gender specific pronouns are used. He, she, her, etc. Is that clear? Right. Okay. So we'll proceed further. Now, one more concept I want to give here, like apostrophe S, my friend's car, my sister's bag, my brother's birthday. No, no, no. Ones is not used in gender specific language. Okay. So students, there are gender specific pronouns like she, he, her, his, him. And there are common pronouns, okay, not gender specific, like they, we, you, I, them, our, us. These are gender non-specific. He, she are gender specific. One, we will not use any gender specific noun, we will use ones. But everyone, someone, we will use his or her, including both the genders, right? No, I'm not able to understand, Yaya, your question, right? We can use ones is used in gender. No, ones is the plural. It has got nothing to do. No, we can't use ones with gender specific, right? Because it's plural, no. And plural pronoun is they and their, which is not gender specific. So it will be there. Ones in blue clothes can remove their shoes. We will not use his or her because ones is a plural pronoun. ONES. Okay. Right. Okay. So another thing I wanted to tell you. See, there will be questions exactly based on these concepts. Now, I forgot the next one. Yes. Now we belonging to apostrophe, right? We did students and all that. Like I was saying, my friend's car, my sister's bag, my brother's house, my mother's name, all apostrophe, singular, right? But when I have to say my college's name, my college's name, is this correct? Is this the way you say, you tell your college name? No. Then how do we say? Right. So how do we say? My college name, okay. Right. Yes. Chakura. Absolutely correct. The name of my college is the correct answer. Okay. The name of my college is whatever the statesman or whatever. So for non-living things, we don't use apostrophe. This road's name is, okay, First Cross. No, the name of this road. This building's name is White House. No, the name of this building is White House. My car's color is red. Correct the sentence. My car's color is red. Type it. My car's color is incorrect. Yes, the color of my car. Absolutely right. All of you have answered it correctly. The color of my car. Please remember and note it down in your notepad or whatever register you are using. All exactly these five, six apostrophe ones, it and its and its, the color of my car, everyone, someone, etc. Right? Both are okay, Vivian. Color is American. Color, SULOUR is British. So earlier, like in your this thing, no, internet, Google, you have to choose. You want American English or British. So if you choose British English, it will be COLOUR. If you choose American, it will be COLOR. These days, COLOR is more popular. No. Hildebrand, okay. Mungura, it's not my car's color. No, the color of my car. No, that is another way of saying red is the color of my car. But you use of, no? You can't say red is my car's color. Red is the color of my car. The color of car is blue. The name of this building is. The leg of this table is broken. Okay, this wall's color is blue. No, the color of the wall is blue. So we don't use apostrophe S for non-living things, right? This tree's age is 100 years. No, the age of this tree is 100 years. I hope you have understood this. Right? Okay. Yes. So yeah. Just revise today this grammar thing. And so we have done nouns and pronouns and some concepts related to them. Please make notes, start making notes now that I'm doing when I do grammar and vocabulary. It's going to help you. Okay, otherwise, when the session is over, you will forget all about it. Like nobody could answer that I had asked you to think in English in my previous sessions, one of the sessions. Right. Another thing, okay, like one of my or one of the. How to say that? Okay, I've written. India is one of the largest. Oh God, I wrote the answer only. Countries in the world or country? I will, Vivian. I will explain. Right. Absolutely right. Because one of the largest countries, okay, but India is the largest country. If you declare India to be, to be the largest, or let's say not India, it's Russia. Okay. Now, if I say Russia is the largest country, that means I'm declaring, or it is a fact, that it is the largest country, one country which is the largest. But if I say India is one of the largest countries, that means there are few countries very large. India is one of them. She is one of my favorite actors. Okay. Mango is one of the most popular fruits in India. One of the is always followed by a plural noun. Is that clear? Yes, she is one of my friends. But she is my best friend. It's okay. But she is one of my friends. Yeah. Okay. Right. So another thing I would now, I'm doing nouns and the associated concepts with nouns and pronouns. Now, if there is something belonging to two people. Suppose there is a house, okay, and it belongs to Mr. and Mrs. Mr. and Mrs. A common surname, Mr. and Mrs. Kennedy. Okay, so how will you say? This is Mr. and, no, we can't use. No, this is Mr. Kennedy and Mrs. Kennedy's house. Okay, Singh. Margaret, you are familiar with the Indian surnames? Yes, she has suggested Singh. All right. Like if it is something belonging to two different people or two different things belonging to two people, then we use apostrophe with each one. Okay. But if it is belonging to the two people, one thing, then the later one. Okay. Yes. Like husband and wife's account is in this bank. Okay. But there's one account, joint account. But if there were separate account, we will say husbands and wives accounts are in this bank. That is that bank. So remember that. Okay. This is, suppose two brothers own a shop. And okay, John and Peter. This is John and Peter's shop. The letter one. Okay. Peter. But if there are separate shops, then we will say that Peter's and John's shops are closed today. Yes, this is their house. That's true. But sometimes we need to mention. Okay, both. Because when we have to specify, like I said, no, John's and Peter's. Now, John's and Peter's shops are closed means two separate shops belonging to John and Peter. But John and Peter's shops means one shop belonging to John. And so if it is one thing, apostrophe S will come with the letter person. If it is two different things belonging to, then it will come with each. Is that clear? Arzu's and Mariam's clinics. Now these will be two separate clinics. Okay. But Arzu and Mariam's clinic, that means one clinic belonging to both Arzu and Mariam. Right? Okay. Yeah. And now if I have to say, she is one of those Jane and Peter's kiosk, right? One kiosk. Okay. But if they had separate, then it would be Jane's and Peter's kiosks. Okay. I think you have understood this concept quite well. Now, if there is a sentence, she is one of those mothers who have or who has sacrificed a lot for her children, for their children. So she is one of those mothers who have or who has sacrificed a lot. She is one of those mother who have or has sacrificed a lot in life. Which one? Has or have? Can anyone? Okay. I hope you are able to hear my voice. Yes. Okay. Some of you are saying has, some of you are saying have. Anyway, the correct answer is have. You come back to the sentence. Okay. Come back to my sentence. Okay, right. Keep it in front of you in chat box. She is one of those mothers. One of those mothers. Okay. Who have sacrificed. That means there are mothers who have sacrificed and she is one of them. So she's one of those mothers. Now mothers become the subject here. But mothers is plural. So it will have to have a plural verb. Have is a plural verb. Has is a singular verb. Got it? She is one of those mothers who have. Right? And I'll write the same sentence again. But in a different way. Okay. She's one mother who has have sacrificed a lot. Not loy, sorry, it's lot. Tell me now answer. She's one mother who has one or have sacrificed. Has or have? Yes, it will be has here. She is one mother who has sacrificed, but she is one of those mothers who have sacrificed. Okay. So these are some finer points of grammar which you need to keep in mind while speaking and writing. Okay, great. You get it? Right. All right. Okay. So we have some time, students. I would like to take another part of speech, which is we have done nouns and pronouns. Is that clear? Yeah. And the last thing I want to last thing here I want to explain is one more example I will give. Yeah, okay. When you write, I'm writing a sentence. That book is hers, hers. Which one is correct? Peter, yes, well done. Okay. Yes, condo, hers is correct. Right. No, students, it's not with apostrophe. We never use apostrophe when you write yours, hers. His is anyway, there is one S. Okay, theirs. Got it? It's always without the apostrophe. You see, where you get confused, let me tell you. I'll just give you an example. Okay. This is their house. Okay. And another way of writing this sentence is, this house is theirs, without the apostrophe. When you end a letter and you write, yours sincerely, there will be no apostrophe. Yes, Peter, theirs. Got it? Yours sincerely. Okay, no apostrophe. So when you end the sentence, like this house is theirs, this book is hers, without the apostrophe. That book is mine. Now there is no S in mine, so there'll be no confusion. Confusion will be when there is apostrophe S. Okay, that book is yours, theirs, ours, O-U-R-S, not O-U-R apostrophe S. Straight O-U-R-S, ours. Okay, this country is ours, this car is ours, right? But only thing is, after ours and this thing, there will be no other word. You can't say this car is ours car. No need to say this car is ours or this car is our car. If you put S, then you don't repeat the noun. If you don't put S, then you can use the noun. Right? Okay. Now, so we have done nouns and pronouns. I have explained, I think, quite a few concepts today. Now, coming to the next topic I would like to do is preposition, right? Now, because there is nothing, no rules, regulations, you have to just learn. Where? So these small words like to, from, by, with, of, on, at, over, under, behind, across, all these are against, for, yes, above. Okay, all these are prepositions. Under, yes, on, in, at, into, right? So there are no rules except in and into. When there's something already inside something, we say in. Like she is in the classroom. But when you do the action of entering, then we say she is going into the classroom. He is in the pool. He jumped into the pool. When the action happens, then we use into. Remember this. Similarly, on. The book is on the table. The teacher threw the book onto the table. When the action happens, then it will be onto. The cat jumped onto the table. Right? Yeah. Okay. Over and above. Over will be like overhead. Above will be on the same surface. Like the above list of students, the above mentioned students on the same surface, right? On a piece of paper or screen. Similarly, below. Below on the same surface. Under, physically under. The cat was sitting under the table. So these are some of the rules, like in and during. So during the holidays, when it is a longer duration, period, then we use during. But in like he's in the hall, or in a moment, okay, and then so more you read, more you will learn the usage of prepositions. Okay, I am on vacation. Yes, I am on leave in 1 hour. With time we use in, but time we use, duration we use in, but time we use at, like at 1 o'clock, but in the afternoon, in the evening, in the morning, at midnight, at noon, right? At the sunset, at the time of the sunset, at the time of the sunrise. Place at, I'm at the barber's, or I am at the, but inside I'm in the school. Okay, I'm at the platform, I'm at the airport, I'm in the market. Specific place at, generally in, right? And as I said, the best way to improve is learn preposition is to start reading and notice them, how they are used. I'll give you an exercise to do. Okay. I'm sharing screen again. I hope you can see my screen. All right. Is it okay? Question number 11, 12, 13, 14. Correct prepositions. Jimmy, both are correct. I am in the hospital and I am at the hospital. Both are okay. At the hospital means you are there, like that is your location. In the hospital means you have gone there for some purpose. Yes. You are either going to see a doctor, but you are at the hospital, maybe just waiting or visiting someone, right? When you are in the hospital, that means you had gone there for some purpose. Okay. Okay, I think most of you are done. Yeah. Some are still doing. Because 18. Okay, let's discuss. Yeah. First one is, as many of you have mentioned, during the summer we went. When after, during, the activity comes after, followed by an activity, we use during. Like, we went to the beach in summer because action happened before that time. But here action is happening after that time, summer. Like, we get mangoes in summer. Right? Okay. During summer, we get mangoes in India. Okay. But correctly, we get mangoes in India in summer. So that's the difference. So during the summer, it's during correct. We went, yes, to. Okay. With go, went, we always use to. We stayed. Okay. In a lovely motel. Okay. In right. Motel right on the beach. When you do some activity again on the beach, we use on. And when you want to use beach as a location, then you will see at. Okay, like, oh, at the beach we can play beach volleyball. Right. But we stayed. She was sunbathing on the beach. Activity happening there. In the morning, we always use in. Okay, for that, we would get up. For time, we always use at 6. Get up at 9:30, sorry, have breakfast and spend 4 hours. It can be in the pool, but 4 hours in the pool seems very long. So it can be by the pool. Okay. So sometimes you are in, sometimes you are out. 18, yes, with all the other guests. 19, again, time is there. So at 1, we would have lunch. Where? In our room. Okay. 21, lunch. We would eat something. Now, for lunch, okay, not in lunch. For lunch, we would eat something like sandwiches and fruit. 22, again, afternoon. In the afternoon, we would return to the pool area and sit under the sun or in the sun. Sit in the sun, okay, for a while. Is that clear? I hope you can check your answers. Right, okay. I'll stop sharing now. Okay. So that's it for today. So we covered nouns, pronouns, and prepositions. So keep reading. Diksha, you wanted to have a go. Are you still there? Diksha, should I unmute you? You wanted to speak, but I don't see you now. Okay. So that's it, students, for today. Right. Any doubts? Any questions? Do attend these sessions regularly, make notes, and follow whatever is. Levan, I don't know how I can help you. Okay, I will see how I can help you. Anyway, those two, we normally, we generally did, we did general speaking activities. Okay, you can't. Yeah, Nilofer, perhaps there's some problem with your audio because we also could not hear you. Right. No, I've not shared anything now. I've finished sharing. Right. Yes. So that's it. And just follow whatever is told to you at home. Answers. You note it down. Most of them have given. 75% come from the attendance. Okay. I'm not aware of that. I'm not really aware of that. All right. With that, I will take your leave until we meet. Yes. Next time. So see you next time. Take care and have a lovely evening. Thank you.